the equation 3 lah. Okay, so instead of equation 1, okay, I'll just write down equation 3. So using equation 3, okay, 12 times x minus 8 times 32 equals to 50. By the way, if you had written down equation 1 as well, it's fine. Okay, you will still be able to get the same answer, don't worry. Okay, so over here, okay, I will have 12x, okay, equals to 50, all right, plus 8 times 32. So all I'm doing is that I'm shifting this guy over to the other side. And remember, when I shift a number over the equal sign, the sign changes. So from negative, it will become positive. So now over here, 12x, okay, will equal to 306, and x equals to 25.5. So now I have my x value, I have my y value, you have your answer already. So elimination method, I would say, is a bit straightforward because you can just make two of the numbers look the same and then you find a way to get rid of that variable. So what we did here was we got rid of the x. Okay, when I take 12 plus negative 12, it equals to 0. Okay, so can I just check, everybody, are you guys able to follow the pace that I'm going at? Okay, if you can, put a thumbs up. If you cannot, then hopefully you guys are not screaming for help lah. Okay, oh, I see Donovan put a thumbs up. Oh, okay, I see everyone putting a thumbs up. Okay, that's great. Okay, so by the way, if there's anyone who felt like you guys are left behind, don't worry, message me in the chat as well. Okay, I will try my best to slow things down. If you see, wow, Mr. Hassan, you are going so fast, then yeah, just say in the chat lah. Okay, so that is for question 1. So let's take a look at question number 2 here. So once again, they asked to solve this simultaneous equation. So I've got equation 1 here. Okay, I got equation 2 over here. Okay, so for those of you who are a bit faster, okay, you guys can try to solve this equation and then tell me the answer in the chat. Then we'll see if your answers are right or wrong. Okay, so over here, okay, once again, I take a look at my my equations. I got, okay, 2x minus 3y as well as equals to 8, as well as x plus 11 equals to 5y. So this time, you know what? Just now I already do elimination, right? For those of you who prefer substitution, okay lah, I'll suit to you guys lah. Let's try to do the substitution method. So I'm going to write down here, substitution method. Okay, so using the substitution method, let's try, okay, and see what can be my answer. So for this question, okay, let's see what to substitute inside. If you guys didn't realize, take a look, this question quite nice, you know, because they give us x plus 11 equals to 5y. So what you guys can do is that let's make x the subject for equation number 2. So what did I say earlier? Oh, if I want to make the subject, all my x or whichever I want to make the subject must be on the left. And all the other numbers, we must throw it all the way to the other side. So from equation number 2, so I'll just write down from number 2. Okay, what I'm going to do is from x plus 11 equals to 5y, right? We will throw the 11 to the other side. So it will become 5y minus 11. So this is going to be my new equation number 3. So what should I do now? So I already know, oh, I already used my equation number 2. And we got this, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute this equation number 3 into equation number 1. Please, I got some of my students, I think I don't know why, they decided, oh, I will substitute this inside this equation over here. Ayo, guys, if you do that, right, what you will realize is that you will have somehow, right, 0 equals to 0. If you don't believe me, you can do it yourself and let me know. Okay, so eventually when you don't substitute it into the original equation that you get lah, okay, substitute it into the other equation which we didn't even deal with. So now I got x equals to 5y minus 11. So let's substitute it into equation number 1. All right, so I'll write down here sub 3 into equation number 1. All right, so now that I want to substitute it into equation number 1, okay, how is it going to look like? Okay, let's write it down here. So 2 bracket 5y minus 11, okay, minus 3y equals to 8. All right, easy peasy, just a normal substitution. Then what do we do here? Of course, I got brackets, right? Ayo, I don't like brackets, guys. So what must we do? We must get rid of the brackets. So how do we get rid of brackets? We do the rainbow method. So rainbow method, if you guys forgot already, yes, this is the rainbow method, where we throw the numbers inside. So what will be our answer? I will have 10y minus 22 minus 3y equals to 8. Okay, so I will shift my, I realize I got 10y minus 3y, that equals to 7y. Okay, and then on the other side, I've got 8, and then I can bring the negative 22 over to the other side. So that will mean it's 8 plus 22. So 8 plus 22, that will just be 30. So now my y equals to 30 over 7. So now I already have my y. Okay, easy peasy. We can just substitute it into our equation with only x being the subject. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'll just draw an arrow up, okay, to write down over here. Okay, so since I know my x equals to 5y, right? So what is x equals to 5y? Y we already know is 30 over 7. So we will minus 11. Okay, and we will type this into the calculator. So guys, your calculator right now in Sec 2, right, is your best friend. Any calculations you do, yes, I know, mental calculation is good, but always be safe. Okay, last time when I was in secondary school, right, I don't know why, got one time, I did some calculation and I miscalculated. I thought like I tried to mental calculate and then I didn't get the right answer. So from then on, every single number, even 1 plus 1, for some reason, I just type it into the calculator and double check. You never know. Maybe 1 plus 1 is not 2 sometimes. I don't know. Okay. So just to be safe, use a calculator. So after you type this to the calculator, you will get 73 over 7. Okay. And that will be our answer for question number 2. Okay, so far, question 2. Everyone is able to follow? So every time I ask that question, okay, you guys can? Yes, correct. Joel got the idea. Okay, oh, everybody got the idea. Yes, correct. Okay, now I don't even need to ask for thumbs up already. You guys can immediately, what's it called? Put a thumbs up. Ui, Ian, oh my goodness, you give me a heart shape. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is Ian suddenly giving me a heart shape? My goodness. Okay, so anyways, okay, let's continue on. Okay, with question number 3. So yeah, I assume everyone is done copying. So let's take a look at question 3. So this time they asked to solve this simultaneous equation. Okay, so over here just now I already do elimination. Then second one I do substitution. Okay lah. The third one I do let me see. Okay lah. Third one I do elimination lah. We do swap. Okay, so I got a message from oh no, Haley. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Haley say wait, I haven't finished copying. She said wait, and then she give me the crying emoji. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. Here you go. Okay, you can copy this down. All right, we shall wait for Haley. And while we are waiting, okay, maybe those of you guys who are a bit faster, you guys can try to do question 3. So if you guys realize, right, simultaneous equation is going to be the easiest 3 marks that you guys get in your exams, okay? Because the method is always the same. As long as you guys don't do any careless mistakes in terms of your, let's say, your rainbow method, you don't forget any negative numbers, you're good to go, okay? So let's see. Okay, Haley. Okay, Haley said, okay, done. All right. So since Haley's done, let's proceed. So now we got question number 3 here. Okay, so let's try to do the elimination method. So over here, okay, I got elimination method. Okay, 3x plus 5y equals to 165. 2x minus 3y equals to 34. So what we can do here, okay, since we are talking about elimination method, means I can choose to make either the x or the y be the same. Okay, but because, okay lah, Mr. Hassan, see over here, the x come first, right? Let's just make the x the same. Okay, so I got 3x and 2x. What is the number that we can make it the same? Okay, we can make both of them become 6x. So how do we do that? So let me just label the equation first. This is equation 1, equation 2. Okay, so for equation 1, I got 3x. So how do I make 3x and 2x the same? Okay, if you guys didn't realize, I can make 3x become 6x. I can make 2x also become 6x. So I will take the first equation, I will times 2. And then the second equation, I will times 3. Okay, so for the first equation, let's see what happens when we times 2. Okay, so it'll be 6x, 5y times 2, that will get me 10y. 165 times 2 equals to 330. Okay, and second equation, 2x minus 3y. Okay, let me label this as equation number 3. Okay, oh, I just realized something. Where is my calculator? Okay, let me take out my calculator. I hope you guys also have your calculators with you. Okay, because yeah, just double check all the calculations that we've been doing. Okay, all right, I got my calculator over here. So let's double check the calculation. 165 times 2, yep, it's 330. So we'll do the same thing for equation number 2. Since we want to multiply it by 3, right? So it'll be 6x, okay, minus 9y. Okay, 6x minus 9y equals to 34 times 3. So let's see, 34 times 3, that is just 102. Okay, so now I got equation number 3. I got equation number 4. And what do I realize? Wow, this one I got 6x and 6x here. So earlier, okay, what did we do? Earlier, I take, wait, where was it? This one over here. I got 12x, I got negative 12x. I decided to plus that because 12 plus negative 12 equals to 0x. But over here, guys, do you think we should also plus them together? Okay, because why? If we add 6x and 6x, right, do we get 0x? Okay, please, I hope you guys still remember your mathematics from primary school, from kindergarten. Okay, 6x plus 6x doesn't equal to 0x. It becomes 12x. So instead of adding, this time, I will take equation number 3. Okay, I'll take equation number 3 and I subtract with equation number 4. So any numbers that I see over here, so any of the terms, 6x, 10y, 330, I will minus it with the number at the bottom. So this is where the first careless mistake students will do. Okay, is that they see, yeah, easy lah. 6x minus 6x equals to 0. Okay, I don't write down anything. 10y, and then I will, 10y, I will minus 9y. And then after that, 330 minus 102. So guys, what do you think? Is this accepted? Is this correct? Okay, let's see. Let's see if anybody realizes the mistake. Don't tell me everyone here say, oh yeah, correct, Mr. Hassan, you're right. Let's see. Okay, if anybody thinks it's wrong, put a thumbs down or maybe message me in the chat. Okay, why is this wrong, guys? Okay, let's see. I'll give you guys a bit of time to type it in the chat. Okay, you guys can PM me as well. What is wrong with this what's that called, equation over here? Unless you guys tell me that it is correct. Okay, I got a student tell me over here that, something wrong with the 10y and minus 9y. Correct. So, what's wrong with this portion here? Oh, Joel said it's correct. Alamak. Joel put a thumbs up some more. So guys, let's see over here. What is wrong with this? Joel put a cross now. After I see wrong, then after that he put a wrong. Okay. So let's see over here. Why is this wrong? Because guys, remember, I say we take 3 minus 4. So when I take 3 minus 4, means I take 10y minus negative 9y. So it shouldn't be just one minus sign here. It should be minus negative 9y like that. Okay, so from this, I realized I got 10y minus negative 9 means I'm taking 10y plus 9y. Okay, so 10y plus 9y. Okay, that will be, let's see, 19y. Okay, and 330 minus 102. Let's see, 330 minus 102, that's 228. Okay, so what we can do here is we take 228 divided by 19. Okay, and then I will get 12. All right, so in case you guys didn't realize, how do I go from the last two steps over here is that I divide it by 19. Okay, for both sides. All right, so yeah, that's the idea for this. Okay, but obviously we don't stop here. We have gotten the value of y. So we're going to do the same thing for x as well. So let's see. What do I do? How do I find x, guys? Okay, all I need to do is to substitute y equals to 12 into any one of this equation. If you want to use the equation 1 and 2 over here, also can. Okay, but for me, let's see. You know what? Okay lah. I now decide that I want to try to use a different equation. Let's use equation number 1 at the top here. Okay, so I will substitute y equals to 12. So let me just write that down here. Okay, so I will sub y equals to 12 into equation number 1. All right, so 3x here. So I'll write down 3x plus 5 times 12, okay, equals to 165. So 3x, okay, equals to 165 minus 5 times 12. Okay, so 3x will equal to, let's see, 165 minus 5 times 12. That is 105. And 105 divided by 3, okay, equals to 35. That's it. Okay, so for question number 3, okay, once again, is everyone okay? Or are you guys all not okay? Let's see. Okay, so once while you guys are copying down, okay, I guess you guys can take your time. Copy down first. And then once you guys are done, you guys can put up a thumbs up. Okay, put a thumbs up to show me that you guys are done. Oh my goodness. Okay. Everyone is done. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So, okay, don't worry, Haley. I won't rush to the next one. Oh, Joel, you put a heart eye emoji. My goodness. Just now it was who? I think it was Ian, right? Somebody sent me heart shape all. Okay. So I hope you guys what's it called? All doing good as well. Okay. So let's see. Is anyone else still doing? Oh, okay. Haley sent me a message. Okay, let me guess. Can continue. Okay, now Haley will be the one that tells us whether we continue or not. Okay, so yes, all right, Haley, we shall continue. Okay, so now another type of simultaneous equation, the ones that I would say can come out in your exams, okay, that is slightly different from what we did earlier. Okay, was that we have to come up with our own equations. Okay, but don't panic. I would say just follow what they say and you are able to form your equation one. Don't worry. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Bella and Caleb each had a card with a number on it. So Bella's number is B and Caleb's number is C. Well, quite nice, huh? Then they say that if Bella multiplies her number by 5 and adds 11, the result is the same as that obtained by Caleb when he subtracts his number from 55. So show that 5B plus C equals to 44. My goodness. I yapped around for quite a while there. Okay, so over here, what we're going to do is we shall figure out or come out with our own equation. Okay, so we know that Bella's number is B, Caleb's number is C. So they say that if Bella multiplies her number by 5, so let's take it one step at a time. Multiply the Bella's number by 5 means I take 5, okay, times B, right? So, okay, 5B. All right, and then they say that and adds 11. So add 11, okay, plus 11. Okay, the result is the same as that obtained by Caleb. Okay, so equals to Caleb 1. Okay, when he subtracts his number from 55, this is where you guys need to remember, it's not C minus 55 because they say that he subtract his number from 55. So from 55 means we take 55 minus C like that. Okay, so that's what this means. So most of the time, students get this question wrong because you guys don't understand the English very well. So be careful. Slowly read and understand, all right? So now I already got 5B plus 11 equals to 55 minus C. So we want to show that it equals to this equation over here. So let's shift our C to the left. So 5B, when I shift the minus C, we bring it over, it will become plus C. Okay, then next, 55, and I got 11. So 11, I will bring it over. So first, it's positive 11. I bring it over, becomes negative 11. So 55 minus 11. So 5B plus C equals to 44. Okay, easy peasy. So now, we are done with A, so let's do B here. So if Bella's number is 10 more than Caleb's, form another equation. I think this equation is quite easy actually. So Bella's number is 10 more than Caleb, which means Caleb plus 10 equals to Bella. So that is the second equation. Okay, and now for part C, they asked to solve the equation the simultaneous equation algebraically. So we have our two equations here, so I'll just rewrite. 5B plus C equals to 44. C plus 10 equals to B. I got equation 1. I got equation 2. Okay, so what can we do here? So of course, once again, choose whatever method you want to do. Doesn't matter. You will eventually still get the answer. But this is where I will teach you a trick. Okay, where try to see whether the equation, right, already have, let's say, a B equals to something or C equals to something. If you already have that, that means that you can use a substitution method because it will be a lot easier. So let's take a look over here. Take a look at the second equation, guys. Wow, the equation is so nice, you know. They put C plus 10 equals to B. My goodness. They already tell us what's the value of B actually. Okay, B equals to C plus 10. So what we can do here is that we can substitute. So we sub equation number 2 into equation number 1. So don't panic. Okay, why is it that I'm doing this? Is because I've got the value of B. B equals to C plus 10. So in my equation number 1, okay, so I've got 5. Now, since I know that B equals to C plus 10, right? So C plus 10, okay, plus C equals to 44. So this is the equation that I have. So what I'm going to do here is I will just shift all my alphabets to the left, all my numbers on the right. But over here, I think you cannot do that first. You need to do one more step. Okay, you need to expand, and then you can do that. All right, so I will expand first. So I will have 5C plus 50, okay, and then plus C equals to 44. All right, so let me just double check. Yep, that's about it. Okay, so over here, let me see. Did I do any careless mistake? Looks correct. 5B plus C. So B is C plus 10. Yep, that's about it. So I will have 6C, okay, equals to 44 minus 50. Okay, so this equals to, let's double check, 44 minus 50, that is minus 6. So 6C equals to minus 6. Okay, this means that C is just -1. All right, and now that I have C, how do I find B? Okay, remember we had our equation earlier which tells us the value of B, right? So let's substitute that inside. So once again, I will just write down sub C equals to -1 into equation number, let's say equation number 2 lah. All right, so C minus 1. So -1 plus 10 equals to B, which means that B equals to 9. Okay, so that's the answer for this question here. All right, so at the start, it can get a bit tricky, okay, because you have to come up with your own equation, but don't worry. Okay, you guys have been familiar with the simultaneous equation part. When you form your equations as well, just follow the instruction given in the question. Okay, so can I just check? Is everyone done copying? Okay, if everyone's done copying, you guys can put a thumbs up. Okay, and okay, Donovan with a thumbs up. All right, Haley also thumbs up. Okay, so Kristen thumbs up. Okay, good. All right, so for the rest of you guys, okay, Wesley also thumbs up. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so can I just check, is anyone else still doing this question over here? Okay, if there's no one messaging me, then I'm gonna assume that we can move on to the next part. Okay, so all right, no one is screaming for wait. Okay, that's good. So let's take a look at the next portion here. So once again, we are back to our normal, what's it called? Our normal kind of equation where we have to just solve it simultaneously. So by now, okay, this kind of question should be a piece of cake already because we need to just use the substitution or the elimination method. Okay, so what we can do here, okay, just to spice things up, you know what? Let's try the elimination method. So when we want to use the elimination method, let's choose whether we make the x or the y the same. So over here, okay, let's make the x the same now. Okay, because the x, I'll say over here, both is a positive number. So you know what? Let's try it. Okay, so over here we shall make, okay, let me label the equations first. Equation 1, equation 2. Okay, so let's take a look at the x. Okay, it's 5x and 3x. So what can I change both of them into? Okay, so I hope you guys realize that we can change it to 15x. Both of them can be converted to 15x. So the first equation, we will multiply it with 3. Then the second equation, I will multiply it with 5. So first equation times 3, let's see, it will be 15x, okay, minus 9y equals to 6. Okay, so this is equation number 3 now. And let's see what's the next equation. So we want to times 5, right? So it's 15x plus 20y equals to 35. Okay, this is equation number 4. So now that I have this already, okay, let's see what we can do. Oh, I got 15x and 15x. Okay, I can just take equation number 3 minus equation number 4. All right, so let's take equation 3 minus 4. So I'll just write this down as well. So equation 3 minus equation 4. So 15x minus 15x, that's 0x. Don't need to write that down. Okay, minus 9y minus 20y. Okay, and then I've got 6 minus 35. Okay, so I will have minus 29y equals to 6 minus 35. Oh, it's actually minus 29 as well. Okay, so y, okay, equals to 1. All right, so we already have our y value. So what can we do? We can just substitute it into any one of our equation over here. So I can substitute into 4, I can substitute into 3, or I can even substitute into 1 or even 2 at the top here. All right, so what I'm going to do here is let's try to just substitute it into equation number, let's say 3. Okay, so equation 3 is the one over here. So I will just write down, okay, substitute. So sub y equals to 1 into equation number 3. So it will be 15x minus 9 times 1, that's just 9, which equals to 6. Okay, and yeah, I realized that minus 9, I can bring it over. So 15x equals to 6 plus 9. 15x equals to 15. Okay, then x also equals to 1. There we go. All right, so yeah, I think substitution, simultaneous equation, if you guys had doubts before this, okay, I hope this actually has boosted a bit of your confidence, okay, to be more comfortable with doing simultaneous equations lah. All right, so yeah, that is for question number 5. Okay, so I'll just give you guys a bit of time. For those of you who are done, okay, just put a thumbs up as per usual. Okay, oh, Joel is done already. My goodness, wow, you guys copy quite fast, huh? That's good. Okay, so, okay, wow, so many thumbs up. All right, that's good. Okay. So I realize, yeah, this class is a bit more quieter. Oh, Ian has he put a very shocked face. Okay, I hope it's a good sign. But yeah, okay, I'll say this class is a lot more quieter. I would say it's easier to teach when the students are quiet. Like Sec 1 class, oh my gosh, it was like a bunch of hooligans, you know. Like halfway through the class, right, there was a student who kept sending memes in the chat. So he was sending like what? All the 6, 7 memes lah, all the different this movie memes, and I'm like, why this kid like so free? And the thing is, he keep telling me that he already complete the answer, like complete the questions. I'm like, very suspicious. But well, as long as he copied it down, that's all that matters. Okay, so let's take a look at the next question, question 6 over here. All right, so for question 6, I've got 2x equals to 1 minus y, and I've got 4x plus 5y equals to 8. So over here, you guys can choose. Okay, you guys can do the substitution method or the elimination method. So for me, you know what? Let's try the substitution method because I'm bored of the elimination method already. Okay, so that's how easy substitution and elimination method is. Okay, depending on your mood one, you can choose. You want to do elimination, you want to do substitution, both will work fine. All right, so let's try to use the substitution method. Okay, I'll just write down over here, substitution method. All right, so let's see, what is the substitution method? So you know what? Let's try to take it one step further. Okay, I want to try to bring in a bit of fractions. So I know some of you guys maybe have an easier substitution method, but for me, okay, I want to do something very funny. Okay, so I'll label my equation as per usual. Okay, so this time let's make my x the subject from equation 1. Okay, so for equation 1 is 2x equals to 1 minus y, right? So let's make x the subject. Over here, guys, it's 2x equals to 1 minus y. So how do we carry of the 2? Okay, what I can do is I can divide both sides with 2. So it will become x equals to 1 minus y over 2 like that. Okay, so now I've got my x value. So this is, let's say, equation number 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute equation 3 into equation number 2. So I'll write down sub 3 into 2. Okay, so when I do that, all right, so I will have 4 bracket 1 minus y over 2 plus 5y equals to 8. So now you guys might be wondering, your best friend from what's it called, primary 6 is back already. This fraction over here. My students, they hate fractions so much. So the more they hate, right, what I do is I'll purposely give them even more fraction question until they love fractions. So now I call fractions their best friend already because they love it. Okay, so over here, okay, I've got 4 times 1 minus y over 2 plus 5y equals to 8. So what I'm going to do here is, don't forget, when I am multiplying a fraction, I must always put it over 1. Okay, and please remember, when I have two fractions, let's say 3 over 5 times 4 over, let's say 7. Okay, how do I simplify this? Okay, all we need to do is to take the numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So what we will have is 3 times 4 over 5 times 7. So that's how you simplify your fractions, okay, that are being multiplied to each other. So over here, I've got 4 over 1 times 1 minus y over 2. So how do we simplify that? Okay, I will have 4 bracket 1 minus y over 1 times 2, that's just 2, plus 5y equals to 8. Okay, so at this juncture here, I got some of my students tell me, Mr. Hassan, I will want to expand the top bracket because there, I can just do the rainbow method. Okay, that's still fine. But maybe those of you who are a bit faster, you guys will realize that, over here is 4. Over here is 2. this is where in primary school they told you that if the two numbers, okay, they are like that, they have a common factor. So the common factor that I can spot from here is that they both can be divided by 2. So I'm gonna divide both with 2. So 4 divided by 2 equals to 2. 2 divided by 2 equals to 1. So my new equation will be 2 bracket 1 minus 1 plus 5y equals to 8. All right, so over here, I'll open up the bracket now. 2 minus 2y plus 5y equals to 8. And when I do my shifting, okay, I'll throw all my y on the left, my numbers on the right. I will have 3y equals to 8 minus 2, that is 6. Okay, so from this, what I can do is that I can divide both sides with 3. So y will equal to 2. Okay, but obviously, please don't stop there. Remember, we need to find the value of x, right? So x, okay, equals to, let's see, 1 minus y. So 1 minus 2 over 2. This is just negative half, just like that. Okay, so that is how you do the substitution method. All right, so yeah, the substitution method and elimination method, like what I said earlier, it doesn't matter. Pretty much you do as many practices as possible and you see whether you prefer one method over the other. Because I got some students, they told me that, oh yeah, Mr. Hassan, I hate the elimination method. Why? They never give me a reason. They just say they hate it. Then I'm like, bruh, what is it like? That doesn't make sense. Why is it that you hate it? So yeah, so it really depends on what you guys prefer. So yeah, that is dependent on how much practice you guys do. So one thing I always tell my students, for math, you have to practice. If you don't practice, then you're cooked. Okay, there's no way you can just sit in the exam without any practice and expect you guys to do well. So yeah, that is for question 6 here. So now, if you realize, we have accomplished simultaneous equation. So simultaneous equation is not a complicated topic actually. So I hope you guys are a bit more confident, okay, based on the questions that we've done so far. If you have more questions about simultaneous, do let me know. I'm available in after the class ends later for you guys to ask me any questions, okay, as long as the question is not about why Arsenal is so bad or whether I'm married or not. These two questions, for some reason, yesterday in my Sec 1 class, right, wow, they keep asking me that, and I'm like, hello, those questions are not even related to math. Why are you asking me all this? Okay, so that is for simultaneous equation. We are now going to move on to linear inequality. So linear inequality, there's a lot more, I would say, new things that you're learning. Okay, you are starting to see new symbols. You are starting to see different, what's it called, like different circles and there's a number line that you have to draw as well. Okay, so we will quickly take a look at that. So over here, there are some basic symbols that I've already summarized for you guys. So take a look. Okay, I hope you guys understand every single symbol that is in this box over here. So example, A, arrow B. Okay, this arrow is to the left a bit, right? So this means that A is smaller than B. If you guys still don't know how to read this, a trick that I teach my students is, you take a look at the two corners here. So this one, right, if you realize, wow, it's very short. Like it's very small as compared to the bigger distance over here. So over here, very small. Between these two is very big. So this tells me that A is smaller than B. Okay, or if you were to look at the other way around, B is bigger than A. So that's I would say another way, but I think you guys are able to see that lah. So you guys should be able to interpret your symbols very easily. So similarly for this one over here, okay, I've got A that is bigger than B. Okay, but now when I've got these two lines, this lines means that it's equal. So it's lesser than or equals to, or even greater than or equals to. All right, so that is for the basic symbols. Then we also have the symbols whenever we want to draw a number line. So when we draw a number line, okay, sometimes we have a closed circle. So when it's a closed circle, it means that, okay, we include the solution. Okay, so if you guys still don't understand, later on we'll be doing some examples. I would say that should be able to, I think, enlighten you guys a bit more. And then we also have the open symbol where we do not include. So you guys can highlight together with me here. Okay, close means we include. Open means we do not include. Okay, the solution. Okay, then of course we got the arrow that which we will be drawing later on as well. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Okay, when we are solving linear inequalities, it is just like your linear equations which you guys learned in Sec 1. It's the same thing. Okay, it's just that now you've got a sign. Okay, so what you can do is when you divide, just treat it as though it's an equal sign in the middle. So when you're shifting things over, okay, if you're shifting it over the sign, then obviously your what's it called? The sign will change. So example, from 3x over here, if I bring it over, then it will become negative 3x. All right, and then of course we can see over here, if 3x is more than 4, what I can do is I can divide by 3, okay, to both sides, okay, such that I will have x more than 4 over 3. Easy peasy. So that is for this one here. Oh, and one more thing. Okay, there'll be one scenario, or actually, okay, two scenarios where you have to flip the sign. So when do you do that? Is when you are multiplying, okay, or dividing with a negative number. So example, we take a look over here. Okay, I've got minus 2x, okay, which is lesser than or equals to 1. So when that happens, okay, this is where you realize, on the left-hand side, right, I got a negative, and my x should never ever have a negative when I'm solving. I need to bring this negative over to the other side. So how do I do that? Is where I can times negative 1. So when I times negative 1, what I'm doing is I'm actually getting rid of the negative, because when I take negative times negative, it becomes a positive. But now, when I times a negative, this is where your sign must turn the other way around. Okay, so we'll be doing some practices over here. Okay, so let's take a look at the first question here. Okay, question 1A. So for question 1A, they asked to solve the the inequality over here. All right, so for this inequality, is 3x minus 11 less than 5x plus 16. So what we're going to do here is like what we did for sec 1 solving of equation. We will shift all my algebra to one side, all my numbers to the other side. So I will write that down first. Okay, so I will shift my algebra. So I got 5x over here. Let's bring it over to the other side. So 3x minus 5x. Okay, then I got this negative 11 being a busybody on the left-hand side. We will bring him over to join his friend, number 16. So I will keep the inequality the same. When I'm moving things around, the inequality doesn't change. The inequality sign only change when I times or divide a negative number. So now my 11, okay, well, my negative 11 will become 11 and it will plus 16. So I will have minus 2x being less than 11 plus 16 is 27. So x, this time you take a look. Ayo, I got a negative 2 over here, an annoying negative 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to divide with negative 2 to get rid of the negative 2. So since I'm dividing it with negative 2, what's going to happen to the sign, guys? It will flip. So it will become minus 13.5. Okay, when you type into your calculator lah. All right. So that is the answer for part A. And now for part B, okay, the one where I think students can get a bit confused. Okay, they asked to state the possible value of x if x is an integer. The problem is not actually what's it called? The mathematics side to it. It's understanding what is an integer. So an integer, guys, if you guys already forgotten, okay, back in sec 1, you guys would have learned that integers, okay, they can be positive or negative numbers. Okay, that's a short form for positive and negative. I put a plus to show it's a positive, and then VE, so positive. And the dash means negative. So it can be positive or negative, but the numbers must be whole numbers. Okay, so these are the integers, so they must be whole numbers, right? So since x is more than negative 13.5, so let's draw our number line, okay, which I was mentioning earlier. So let's express this answer here as a number line. So when I draw my number line, I will draw my straight line like that. Okay, so since we are talking about negative 13.5, right? So let's use numbers around negative 13.5. So let's say negative 15, negative 14, negative 13, negative 12, negative 11, okay, negative 10. Okay, so I'm not going to write down every single number in the world because that's impossible. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now let's locate where negative 13.5 is. Okay, so let's see. Negative 13.5 is negative 10, then it will be negative 10.5, negative 11. Negative 11.5, negative 12. Negative 12.5, negative 13. Negative 13.5 over here. So I'm going to just write down negative 13.5 like that. Okay, so now how do I draw the solution? So since it's more than, okay, it's not more than or equals to a more than. More than means we don't include the solution. So our circle will be just a hollow circle. We don't shade it. And then we say that it must be bigger. So bigger means do I go left or do I go right, guys? Okay, bigger means I'm always moving to the right. Okay, so my answer will be to the right like that. Okay, so now they say what is the smallest possible value of x if x is an integer? So since I know my answer should lie pretty much on this line over here, so let's see what are the possible values. So it can be -13, -12, -11, -10. But we want the smallest possible. So smallest possible means is -13 over here. So x equals to -13. So that's the answer for this question over here. All right, so I hope you guys were able to keep up with my pacing over there because, yeah, I think there's not much to go through other than that, actually. So hopefully you guys are able to, understand this question or this portion here. So now we shall take a look at the next one. Okay, this time, oh my goodness. Your best friend made the appearance once again, guys. We got two fraction that has an inequality in the middle. My goodness. So don't worry. What we plan to do is that every single time, because I know you guys hate fractions, right? So for linear inequality, there's a very special method where if you see a fraction, you can actually get rid of the fraction. You guys were wondering, huh? How to get rid? Why my teacher never tell me one? So yes, there is a way to get rid. So what you can do here is take a look. I got two fractions over here. And how we get rid of fractions is that we can try to multiply with the denominator. So what do I mean by that? So let's take a look at this two fraction here. So let's look at our first fraction on the left. So how do I get rid of the fraction? I can actually multiply. I told you just now, multiply with the denominator. So the denominator here is number 5, right? So I will multiply 5 to both sides. So on the left, I will multiply 5. On the right also, I will multiply with 5. So what I will have is 2x being less than or equals to, now, since I'm multiplying it by 5, so over here on top, over already times 3, right? So I will take 3 bracket 5 bracket 5 minus 3x over -4. So because for this question here, because when I'm multiplying a fraction, okay, since it's a whole number that I'm multiplying, right? Times 5 means I will only times 5 to the numerator. So that's how fraction works for multiplication. Okay, if you don't believe me, okay, I'll just show you a short working on the right hand side. So 3 bracket 5 minus 3x over -4 times 5 is the same as times 5 over 1. So now you take a look, 3 times this times this. So I'm pretty much just putting all of this together to look like this number over here. So let's just simplify it a bit. So 2x, okay, 2x less than or equals to, so 5 times 3, that's 15. 5 minus 3x over -4. Okay, so once again, on the left, on the right, I still got my denominator. So what did I say earlier? How do I get rid of the fraction? I will multiply with the denominator. So the denominator is -4. So what I'm going to do here is I will times -4 and times -4. So since I'm multiplying it with -4, right, what's going to happen? Okay, let's take a look. So 2x times -4 is -8x. Okay, and then, this is where you guys need to remember. What did we say? Every time we multiply or divide with a negative number, right, my inequality will become upside down. Okay, it will turn over to the other side. All right, so now that it's turned over to the other side, I will also times -4 on the left. And when I times -4 on the left, okay, I'm just getting rid of the denominator. So it will become 15 bracket 5 minus 3x. Okay, and now I will just expand this. So I will have 15 times 5, that is just 75. Okay, minus 45x. Okay, so what's going to happen here is we will do our shifting as per usual. Minus 8x plus 45x being more than or equals to 75. So 37x is more than or equals to 75. So let's just double check. Minus 8 plus 45, yeah, it's 37. So what I'm going to do here is I will divide both sides with 37. So 75 divided by 37. Wow, this time, guys, we get a whole bunch of decimals. Okay, I know some of you guys may have used the fraction, right? But for this kind of question, I would advise you guys to use decimals, okay, to express your answers. So it will just be 2.027027 blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now, do we stop here? Let's double check the question. They asked to find the smallest possible value of x such that it's an integer once again. So integer means it must be a whole number. So let's see. X is more than 2.02. So what is the closest whole number? okay, it will just be x equals to 3. So that is my answer over here. Okay, don't forget it's 2.027, which means that it's already surpassed 2. So we can't make x equals to 2. So x must be more than 2.027. So if you draw a number line, this is 2.027027, right? So we must go to the right side, okay, which is numbers that are above 2. Okay, so that means it will be 3. Okay, so that is the answer for question number 2. All right, so I hope that it's pretty straightforward as well. Okay, so can I just check, is everyone done copying so far? Okay, if you guys are done, you know the drill. Okay, what do we need to do? We shall, let's see, react, okay, in the chat. So Healy messaged me, could you show B again? B, where's B? Oh, you mean the B for the previous part? Yes, I can. Okay, so for those of you who missed out the previous part, yes, you can write, you can copy the answer down as well. And once your guys are done copying, just put a thumbs up in the chat, okay? So that I know that you guys are done. Okay. So it seems like everyone is very quiet. I don't see any reaction. So I'm gonna assume you guys are still copying. Okay. So I will let you guys copy first. And once you guys are done, okay, you guys can. Oh, wait, so sorry. Can you also show 6 later? I haven't write one part. Oh, okay, can. Sure. Okay, I'll show you that later at the end of class. Okay, Haley? Okay, I see a reaction from who was that? Was that Ian? Oh, yeah, it was Ian again. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that everyone else is also done with the question here. So I shall slowly go down. Okay, so Haley, yes, I will show you the answer later, okay, at the end of class. So we are just left with, let's see, 3 pages left. Okay, and then we are done with class already. So, like what I said earlier, if you guys realize, wow, it's already 4:06 already. We are left with just 24 minutes before we end class. So yes, this kind of class always pass by very quickly. So I hope you guys are still alive, okay, on your end, okay, copying things down. All right, so for 3A, solve 10 minus 5x being lesser than or equals to minus 14 plus x. So what we're going to do here is we will just shift our algebra to one side and we'll shift the numbers to the other side. So I've got x over here, so I'll shift it over. So it'll be minus x minus 5x being lesser than or equals to minus 14. Okay, the 10, I'll bring it over. Okay, so from positive 10 become negative 10. Okay, so I'll have minus 6x lesser than or equals to minus 24. Okay, and this is where things can get a bit tricky if you guys were to forget to do a very important flipping of sign. Okay, because this time, okay, I have negative 6, negative 24. So negative 6, I want to make it such that it becomes 6, right? Become just x, right? I need to divide with negative 6. So when I divide it like that, okay, then I have to flip the sign as well. So x must be more than or equals to, on the right hand side, I also divide with negative 6. So I'm left with just 4. So x must be more than or equals to 4. So now, they say that state the smallest integer value of x such that it is both a perfect square and a perfect cube. Now, I'm sure you guys would have, I hope you guys still remember, what does a perfect cube and a perfect square mean? So this means that this number, it can be square rooted and it can be cube rooted as well. So since we know that x is more than 4, right? So let's just quickly draw our number line. So you guys can draw it together with me over here. Okay, so x must be more than 4, so I'll just draw 4, 3, 5, and 6, and then I will draw my number line like that. Okay, so we know that it needs to be more than or equals to 4. So now, how do we know when a number is a perfect square or perfect cube? So let's find out what are the different perfect squares that we know. Okay, perfect squares would be, let's say, the number 1, 2, 4, 3 square, which is 9. Then there's also 4 square, which is 16, 5 square, which is 25. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, then one more is 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, so you get the idea here. So out of all these numbers, which number is also a perfect cube? So perfect cube means it can also be cube rooted. So let's try these 3 numbers here. So let's see. Cube root 1. Okay, cube root 1, oh, equals to 1 as well. So do we choose the number 1? This is where you need to remember x must be more than or equals to 4. So I kind of eliminated number 1, number 2, and okay, number 4 is still possible. So let's check. Number 4, can I square root and cube root? Okay, actually I cannot. Okay, number 9, I can square root, yes, but can I cube root? Also cannot. So 4 also out, 9 also out. Then 16, can I cube root 16? Ayo, also cannot. Can I cube root 25? Ayo, also cannot. Oh my goodness. So what number actually are we left with? Okay, so we still have actually a lot of numbers. 25 after 25 is 36. And then we got 6 times 6, 7 times 7 is 49. 8 times 8 is 64. So let's try these three. Okay, let's cube root 36. I get a long decimal. Cube root 49. Also cannot. But when we cube root 64, let's see. There we go. We cube root 64. Finally. Okay, we found an answer. Okay, because 64, it can be cube rooted and it can be square rooted as well. So therefore, our answer is that x equals to 64. Okay, so for me, whenever I write down my answer, okay, please don't do this in your exam, okay, because I always write down my exclamation mark because I want my students to realize that that is the final answer. Okay, but in exams, don't do that. Later your teachers think, wow, why this student shouting when writing down the answer x equals to 64? Okay, so yeah, that's for question 3. So let's take a look at question number 4. Okay, so this time for question 4, solve the inequality. So once again, I think you guys are sick and tired of solving inequality already. So let us continue on, okay, and solve it very quickly. So we will shift the 3 over. So x minus 3x is lesser than or equals to 1 minus 7. So x minus 3x, that is minus 2x, which is lesser than or equals to minus 6. Okay, so now, okay, what we can do next is we will divide both sides with -2. Divide with -2. So now, since I divide with -2, we need to flip the sign as well. Okay, and our answer will be x more than or equals to 3. So since I already know this, how do I express my answer on a number line? Okay, we will find out where's 3 first. 3 is over here. Okay, and remember, when we include, when it's equal, okay, I will need to shade my circle. Okay, then we'll draw that is more than or equals to 4 like that. So that's all we need to do for question number 4. So you see, we managed to solve all of that, right, within 1 minute, you know. So, and this 1 minute, right, wow, we get 3 marks already. So I would say for linear inequalities question, try to do it as fast as possible because it's the easiest form of question to do without doing much careless mistake. The only careless mistake that you can do over here, number 1, you forget to flip the sign. Number 2, maybe you forgot about the negative or something. So be careful when you're expanding. Okay, and if there's any fractions, of course, get rid of the fractions while you can. And yeah, that's for question number 4. So let's take a look at question number 5. Okay, so I hope you guys are done, okay, with question number 3, 4, because the chat seems very quiet. So I'm gonna assume that everyone is following my pace. So now we shall take a look at question number 5. So once again, okay, I have a linear inequality with a fraction. So when we have fraction, guys, please try your best to get rid of the fraction. Okay, so over here I got x minus 15 over 4 more than or equals to x plus 7. So how do we get rid of the fraction? Okay, once again, what did I tell you? See the denominator. I don't like my denominator, so I will get rid of it. How do I get rid of denominators? I will just multiply with the denominator. So what I'm going to do here is I will times 4, okay, because the denominator, and I will times 4 on the right hand side as well. So what we will have is, okay, on the left, it will just be left with x minus 15 more than or equals to 4x plus 28. Okay, so I will do my shifting of my algebra. So I've got x minus 4x more than or equals to 15 plus 28. So I've got minus 3x more than or equals to 43. Okay, so that is for this portion here. So what do I do next? Now, this is where you need to remember, because I'm dividing it with -3. Right hand side also divide with -3. So I will get, I will flip the sign first. And then I will have minus 43 over 3. And this is actually the same as, okay, because like what I said earlier, whenever we have inequality, when we're doing inequality questions, don't leave your answer in fractions. It's kind of useless. Okay, when you're expressing in terms of decimal, that's when you're able to understand the answer a lot better. So x is lesser than 4.333333333. Okay, so what you can do as well is to leave your answer in 3SF. So it will be 14.3. Okay, just write down 3SF. All right, and they asked to state the greatest integer of the value of x. So since x must be lesser than or equals to negative 14.3, so let's draw our number line. Okay, our number line like that. Okay, so let's draw the numbers around negative 14. So I got negative 13, negative 14, negative 15. Okay, so let's see, where will our negative 14.3 be? Negative 13, so negative 13.3 will be somewhere here. Then negative 14.3 will be over here. Oh, let me write it at the bottom, negative 14.3. So since we want it to be lesser than all of this, so I'll just draw my arrow like that. Okay, so now they ask for the greatest integer. Okay, so since it's going to the left, okay, the nearest number. Okay, greatest means, yeah, the greatest number is actually just negative 15. So we'll write down x equals to negative 15. Okay, so that's for question 5 here. So let's take a look at question 6a. Okay, so a range of values of x is represented on the number line over here. So this question will be weird. They actually gave you the solution, how it's being represented on the number line. So they say write down the inequality that represents the range of the values of x over here. So what I'm going to do is I will write down what I understand from the number line here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll take a look. Okay, x is between what numbers? So I got this number here. What number is this? Is it really 6? No, this is actually 6.5. So I'll write down 6.5 over here. Okay, then this one here is just number 3 lah. Negative 3. So x, okay, must be lesser than or equals to 6.5. Okay, because over here you see it's a shaded circle. So must be lesser than or equals to. On the left hand side is an unshaded circle. So it will be just x must be more than negative 3. Okay, so that's for question number 6a here. So now let's take a look at 6b. Okay, they asked to find the greatest value of a plus b. So when I've got two numbers that are adding up to each other, how do I get the greatest value? My a and b, they must both be the largest value. Okay, so how do I get the largest value? Let's take a look at the range. So A, okay, the largest value of A is going to be 2. So I'll write down A plus B equals to 2 plus, let's see, what's the largest value of B? It's just 5. So 2 plus 5, that is just 7. So that's my answer for question B part 1. And then for B part 2, I got some of my students, right? They tell me, B part 2 so easy. A square plus B square. I just use the same thing lah. 2 square plus 5 square equals to whatever answer that you get. Unfortunately, if you do that, this is where you actually get the answer wrong. Why? Because when you square something, right, if you realize, whenever I square my numbers, any number which is negative will become positive. So example, when I have negative 3 and then I square it, you will actually become 9. So negative 5 squared, I will also get 25. So I get a positive number over here. So over here, what you need to pay attention to is, don't just focus on the largest number. You need to look at the largest value itself. So over here, between 2, okay, as well as negative 3, what is the largest value that I will get when I square it? Okay, so, he did ask a question. I haven't copy finished the number line for 5B. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I will just zoom out a bit. Let's see. Yes. Okay, hopefully you can copy it down while I'm going through part 2 here, okay? So that is for I'll continue on where I left off. So what I need to do here is to double check, okay, what value, okay, my A can be. So not just 2, I also have to look at the negative 3. So 2 squared, I will get 4. But negative 3 squared, what will I get, guys? I will actually get 9. It will be a larger value. So A squared plus B squared. Okay, you will get, or we can choose negative 3 squared, which equals to 9. Plus, let's try for B. For B is just 1 and 5. So the largest number that I can square is still 5 squared. Okay, so I will have 9 plus 25, and that will just be 34. Oh, where's my number? 34. Okay, so that will be my answer for 6B part 2. Okay, so can I just check with the rest of the chat? Are you guys done copying the answer? Okay, all right. Finally, I get some thumbs up. Thank you, Joel. Okay, just now everybody was just dead silent. Okay, so once you guys are done, oh, okay, yes. Oh, except for Ian. Yes, I know Ian, you were reacting, so that was good. Okay, for the rest of you guys, I hope you guys are also done copying as well. Okay, Haley, can I just check, are you done copying the answers for question 6 as well? Yes, okay, very good. Okay, so on to the final question of the day. Okay, so question 7 here. So for question 7, okay, we can see that, oh, they asked to solve the inequality. So, wow, guys, this time, right, I'll say there's two different fractions. I got a fraction with a denominator of 8 and I got a fraction with a denominator of 6. So there's a few ways to go about this, okay? So for me, what I would do first is notice that there's this -1 in the middle. So this -1 trying to be a busybody, because this -1 is a whole number. Okay, and then on the right hand side also, I have a number with no algebra. So what I can do is that I can bring over this -1 over to the other side first. So I will have -3 over 8y. Okay, that is lesser than or equals to 1 over 6 plus 1. Now that I have this I can just combine them together to become 7 over 6. Okay, and now when I bring it across, okay, what I'm gonna do next, once again, remember, what did we do whenever we have two fractions that's like that? Okay, please not cross multiplication. Don't, I think some of your teachers would have said that, but for me, I don't like using cross multiplication for, what's it called, linear inequality. What I like doing is multiply with the denominator to get rid of the fraction. But of course, over here, I've got two different denominators. So multiply it one by one. So over here, I got -3 over 8y, right? So let's multiply the first denominator, which is 8. So I will times 8 on the left. So I'll times 8 and times 8. So what's going to happen here is I will get -3y. Okay, because -3 over 8 times 8, that will just be -3. And then the y will remain the same. Okay, which is lesser than or equals to, okay, 7 times 8. Okay, so let's write down 7 over 6 times 8. In our calculator, they give us 28 over 3. And then next, I will do the same thing. Okay, I've got, oh, this time actually, right, oh, I don't even need to find out I don't even need to multiply the other denominator. Because why? Guys, you take a look. I already have an answer on the right hand side. So all I need to do here is to just look at my algebra, find a way to bring this -3 over to the other side. So what I'm going to do here this time, okay, is I'm going to divide with -3 and divide with -3. So remember, when I divide with a negative number, I need to flip my sign. So it will be y being more than or equals to, so 28 over 3. Let's see, 28 over 3, I will have, 28 over 3, divide by -3, I will get negative 3.1111111 blah 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 blah. Okay, over and over again. Okay, so my y must be more than or equals to -3.11. Okay, just round off to 3SF. Okay, and lastly, okay, they asked to state the smallest integer that satisfy this inequality over here. So we will draw our our number line as per usual. Okay, we'll draw our number line. So I write down the numbers around -3.11. So let's say -2, -3, -4. So -3.11 will be somewhere around here. Okay, so this will be -3.1111. Okay, so it must be more than. So more than means I'm moving to the right. So the smallest integer, okay, will be the number -3. So y will, is it y? Yes, y will equals to -3 like that. Okay, so congratulations, everybody. We have survived to the end of class. So if you guys realize, right, I didn't give you guys a 5 minutes break because, yeah, I would say we were actually on par to finishing early. So instead of giving a 5 minutes break earlier, okay, we can actually end the class now already. So Haley, I know you haven't finished copying the previous question. Is it 6 here? I think you haven't copied this one, right? So Haley, you can copy first. Okay, and for the rest of you guys, okay, once you guys are done, okay, you guys can, I would say, yeah, make your way out of class. But wait, before you do that, okay, just a few things for me to tell you first. Okay, number one, what's that called? Oh, okay, I took photo already. Okay, that's great. So a few things. Thank you guys for surviving to the end of class. So if you guys feel like this WA1 revision is very useful, you guys can continue to sign up for the next one. Okay, it will obviously be your WA2 revision. Okay, so if you guys are interested to also sign up for Overmark, please let me know as well. Okay, or you can just tell your parents about it lah. Okay, and then they will help you to do the sign up and all. So yeah, other than that, okay, thank you guys. You guys were very, very helpful, very, very responsive. Okay, so yeah, if there's nothing else, you guys can make your way out of class, and I'll see you guys around if you see me in Overmark lah. Okay, all right, bye, 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 guys, bye, bye, bye. Wow, wow, why got a lot of kiss emoji? My goodness, wow, Joel, you sent me so many kiss emoji. Okay, very suspicious this guy. Okay, but anyways, all right, see you guys. Bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Okay, you guys can make your way out of class. And okay, there's still four of you guys here. Oh, Ian, Joel. Oh, Joel still haven't leave. Joel is still here. Okay, Joel is here, Vera is here, Ian and Daryl is here. Okay, so you guys can leave as well. Okay, everyone can leave. And if there's nothing else, I'll be shutting down the Zoom recording in 10 seconds. If you guys don't have anything to say. Okay, all right. Okay, see you guys. Bye.